Well, hello everybody. I was about to say good morning, but good evening. Might be morning where you are, you never know. Good evening from a lovely Sheffield. It's been absolutely fantastic the last few days. Nice and toasty and bright and sunny and summery and almost made me forget I have to go back to work next week. But we're here for Friday Night Mayhem. Friday Night Live, Fishy Business number 207, apparently. Wow, I've done a lot of these. Hope you're well. If you are here for the first time or for the 400th time, say hello in the chat and we'll say hello back. For instance, there's Hans from Sweden. Hello Hans, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Fanter Fishing is in, as is Stuart from a dry but windy Wolverhampton. Yeah, like I say, it's been lovely here in Sheffield. Made even lovelier by the arrival of a free case of beer. I've immediately forgotten who it is that sent me this, but this is from Beer 52, where this is my trial case, where I got like 8 cans for absolutely free. So this is Brothers-in-Law Son of a Gun. It says it's a hazy Australian pale ale. Can confirm hazy, cannot confirm pale. Doesn't look very pale, but still, it's lovely. They're all going to be lovely because they're free. Not only did they send me some beers, I've been given some Bombay mix, which we will be trying later, and some crisps, some souffles, or souffles, pita chips, rosemary and thyme. So we'll turn this into like Andrew's stream here, Fishy, where they just sit and stuff their face all night. So I'll be drinking and stuffing my face tonight, and that's what we've got. We've also got a new month of quizzing for you this evening. We'll be kicking off April's quiz, as well as a new feature, which I am calling... Let's see if this works.
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
I don't know if that worked, but if it did work, let me know. Yes, we'll be doing Dickhead comment of the week, because I thought, let's make some levity to the situation, bring some joy to the stupid comments that I get every now and again. So hopefully that made sense. Mickey heard the can opening, as he did, yes. Angela's here too. Hello everyone, says Angela. Brian's here. We had sun today, but Baltic now. Yeah, it did get a bit chilly. Drink is now in glass. Yes, indeed. Lee from Bolton, how are we doing? Mandy is here. Howdy, Graham and Peeps. Lisa's here. Stevie P is sort of here, working but lurking. Poet didn't know it, or something. Matt's in. Beer 54. It's got. Oh, I've immediately got it wrong. Came with the magazine as well, so I can learn all about fermentation and beers of the world. Lisa's happy, as is Stephen. Oh, it worked, right? Good. DCOTW, yes, let's call it that. DCOTW. We'll dive into that in a minute. It made me laugh. Sorry, it made me laugh. I have this thing where every now and again, when I'm not too busy, so I've been off this week, so I've not been busy today. In the morning, I'll come down and I'll check out the comments, because I always think it's nice to reply to comments and respond to comments, and if not, just give them a heart or something like that. So if I've got time, I will go through them all and give them a reply, and most of them overwhelmingly positive, but every now and again I get some nasty ones, or some stupid ones, or somewhere in between ones, and they don't normally bother me, but sometimes I do engage, and I know I shouldn't poke the bear, but they make me laugh. And I had one today which made me think, right, we've got to make more of this. It can't just be me that can be having fun with these things. We've got to share it with the masses. So we'll be doing DCOTW tonight. Juggler's in. Juggler's had a sneak preview, as has anyone on Discord, because I mentioned this one this morning. But we've had replies, so it's got better. It's on the front of the box. I didn't read the box. I was more interested in what was in the box. Never mind what was on the box. Tim says, evening. Hope the boss lets me on to stay to do the quiz. Well, past we're going to be doing the quiz. Well, I'll aim for past anyway. Yes, Brian's over here. He's doing well. He's decided he likes these plants and is munching them quite happily. But yeah, he seems happy. He doesn't seem... I've seen him sulk before when I've messed around with his old tank. And he doesn't seem to be sulking too much. So he's all good. Why is he so big? He is pretty big. But he's awesome. Brian wants on the stream. He seems very interested. He does. I do think he's getting something out of this. So me being here, he will... I'm anthropomorphizing this, obviously, but he will interact with me, and like if I get animated, move my hands around, he will follow them around and attack and try and kill and things like that. But he will be like, oh, are you watching videos, are you, Graham? Oh, are you writing a document, are you? Oh, I'm sure he doesn't know any of that. But he was very interested in these earlier, because I think he thought this was fish food of some kind. But it is, in fact, Bombay mix. Let's get these open, try them out. So, if anyone's never had Bombay mix, that's not going to work, is it? Are you going to focus on that? Go on, you can do it. Ah, well. You know what Bombay mix is? Surely. This must be a universal thing. Often Bombay mix is like extra dried cardboard. That's quite... still crisp and crunchy, but not teeth-breakingly crunchy. Oh, it's got a bit of a kick as well. Nice. Nice. Fish Fam links in. We listen and we're definitely going to judge. There will be some judging. I might even open the Dickhead comment of the week might be open to others to help me reply to this, because there are certain ways that you can go, and I often find myself painting myself into a corner. So maybe we can get away with that. Bombay mix, the sweepings from the floor. Yeah, that's how I feel about Bombay mix in general, but it's quite a nice one. I'm happy with that. I finally got my tank running in my new house yesterday. Very happy now, says Fanter Fishing. So heavy, 800 litres of glass. 800 litres of glass. I think I know what you mean. Had to build 15 fat packs. Cheers. I was permitted to start on my... I had to build 15 flat packs until I was permitted to start on my tank. The flat pack hell, IKEA. What a lovely place. We call Brian a he, but do we know if he is in fact a male? Do giant gouramis make bubble nests? This one hasn't. So I don't know. I don't know how you sex a giant gourami, if I'm completely honest. Peter's in. Nice to see you. Aquarium Delirium. Mal's in, says, I like the thumbnail to this live. You look like a CChem ambassador on a meet and greet. I have 3 pictures for my thumbnails, and I realised I haven't... I used to swap them around every couple of weeks, and I realised I haven't swapped them in months. And this one is a very... I call it my smug bastard one, where I'm sitting going, I'm pleased with myself about something. Brian says, I actually have a question or two tonight to remind me later to ask. Wow, okay. Jack got scared from the thumbnail. It's not a scary thumbnail, it's just it's one of these things. I don't enjoy pictures of myself, says man who posts videos of himself weekly onto interwebs. So I don't think I'm a good judge of it. Was that a good one? Was that a bad one? Was that a terrible one? Do I look like a maniac or a kidnapper? Or I don't know. But anyway, shall we move on with the first feature, the new feature of today?
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear
here we go. I'm very small down in the corner, but fine, that'll do. This was a comment that I got today, this morning, 17 hours ago, from Stan the Observer-LO8RX. This was on the latest video that I posted, the Hugger HO43, whatever it is, heater video about my 12-foot aquarium, Mega Tank 2. And the comment goes as thus. So, if you haven't seen the video, I'll give you a short recap. It's me being very excited about my new 12-foot aquarium and how good it looks and how clear the water has got and how much the plants have grown in. And just, I'm generally very pleased with myself about it. And showing off a heater at the same time. So Stan says, discus for that tank is probably not a good idea. Almost any other fish would work, but not discus. Okay. I must admit, I was a bit like, whoa. Stan has an interesting take on that. So my reply was, that is an interesting take. And by interesting, I mean I cannot think of anything that could be more wrong. So I'm trying to think, what does he mean that it's not good? So I have heard people say discus don't like to be high up, discus don't like to be low down, discus don't like to be in small tanks, discus don't like to have too much. So I thought, he's going for one of these things. That must be what it is. And I posted this on Discord saying, this is my lovely little comments you get when you do things like this. And Juggler was like, well, yeah. And he's not actually said what the problem is, and until you see what the problem is, you don't know whether you can agree or disagree with it. I'm going to disagree with it, let's be fair. But anyway, so he got back to me only a couple hours ago. Aquarium Adventures is more than a take. It's called expertise, and the hourglass for those fish is running. So, again, I could have just gone straight back with, that's an interesting take as well. Can you, for instance, show me a fish, or for that matter, any living being where the hourglass is not running? Nobody's elongating their life. We're all going to die at some point. The hourglass is running for all of us. So, frickin' stupid point in the first place. But again, he's pulled the expertise card. That's one I always like. That I'm an expert. I'm thinking, right, he's going to next one. He's going to tell me how long he's kept fish for. That's kind of the trajectory of comments like this. Is I'm an expert. Why are you an expert? I've done it a long time. / made up qualification. But still not actually told me what the problem is. So we'll get on to there. Are you going to elaborate what your expertise tells you the problem is, or do we just have to guess? So I am being a dick here myself. But you know, we're 3-4 comments in and he still hasn't actually told me what the problem is. His reply to this is, Aquarium Adventures, well, over 50 years at it. Ding, 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 ding. We have an expert. Over 50 years at it, working as a technician in biological science for both university and museums aquatic display, 2 50,000-gallon ponds, and was asked to apply at Steinhardt Aquarium at the Academy of Science in San Francisco. How's that? That is impressive. Now, I had to take a little sit down here to think, oh, God, he's got me beat here. He's clearly an expert. He's been doing this for over 50 years, working as a technician in biological science for both a university and a museum, and then was asked to apply at Steinhardt Aquarium. Steinhardt Aquarium. Okay. Still not actually told me what he thinks the problem is. So, of course, I said, wow, that is amazing. How about answering the question, though? Why will this not work? What is the problem? So, again, me being a bit of a dick, said, how about answering the question, why will this not work in your vast and totally not made up experience? To which his reply, and the final one we've got so far, is, wow, you're really thick. And I'm thinking instantly, my really thick what? I really love it when people call me thick, when they can't differentiate between you, your, or your. Y-O-U-R means mine. So he said, wow, mine really thick. Yeah, makes me sound clever. That grey water and half-dead plants. So that grey water, so singular grey water and half-dead plants, multiple half-dead plants, are not doing those fish any good. I predict a short lifespan for them. Good luck, you will need it. So given the majority of the video was about, wow, look at all the fantastic plant growth that I've had here, he's chosen to interpret that as, oh no, all my plants are dying. Ugh. The grey water. Now, I did have some bacterial bloom the last time, and there was a little bit of that lingering, but the water is crystal clear. It could not be clearer. And I'm hopeful we all know that just because you have a little bit of a bacterial bloom or something like that does not water quality impact. Water tests, everything is perfect. My parameters are perfect. I don't know how much we all love saying that, but my parameters are bloody perfect. I could go and give them out actuals. So, the obvious reply is just to do asterisk YOU''RE dash I'm the thick one, question mark. But that's a little bit too on the nose. So we need to think of an appropriate reply to this one. Now, I did start Googling Steinhardt Aquarium to see if I could find out who works in there. But then it was only asked to apply. That's a little bit like, in the UK anyway, this will make sense for people, when someone says they had trials at Leeds in 1993, and that's their equivalent of a qualification as I'm an expert footballer. Very different things. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that with you.
They've crawled out from a rock so we can hear them speak. Here's the Dickhead comment of the week.
And that was the Dickhead comment of the week. So we're looking out for Stan the Observer. I don't ban these guys because he's not like attacking and name calling or just being rude, just being a dick. But he ticked all the boxes of, I'm an expert. Why are you an expert? I've been doing this a long time. Have you ever met people who have been doing things a long time and are still shit at it? Alright, back on track then. Hans says, Juggler, they do bubble nests. There you go. But need some plants or stuff to add to it. Ah, okay. Discus don't like to exist. Yeah, indeed. Due to the current economic crisis, I've had to sell my hourglass. Jack's an expert because he's been keeping fish for 35 years. Yeah, I mean, what do people get out of this kind of commenting? I've done this, that, and the other. I've worked in these places. And you choose to come on YouTube and leave comments pretending to be... What do you gain from pretending to be some kind of expert? I mean, I've never pretended to be an expert, but I think I know Discus quite well. I've been doing it a long time. Not 50 years, granted. So maybe there is something I will learn in year 40 that I'll be like, oh God, I need to find out what Stan's address is so I can write him an apology letter. But I think I know Discus quite well. I think I know how to keep water. And I think I'm doing pretty well with that tank. I think that's a fantastic tank. If I had some kind of mind meld capability, I'm sure they would tell me, everything's cool here, Gov, thanks for the big upgrade. Not, help us, we're going to die. Stan was right. No. Oh, I wonder what kind of problems people have. So that's why I never like to go, like, I'm now mocking them on the internet in front of loads of people, but I was about to say I never like to go in too hard because sometimes these can be fragile people with fragile mental health issues, and it's not going to fix anything by berating these people, but I don't get what they get from it. That's what I think it is. I fell out with loads of people on a channel not so long ago calling someone an it's a tricky line to walk, the whole I'm an expert thing, because the definition of expert is different in so many people's eyes. Expert is like, to me, it's an infallible knowledge paired with a realization that you can't know everything. So it's the infallible knowledge with that little 10% of, oh, right, interesting, I will look into that. And it's an interest in the hobby that I'm fine with people calling themselves experts. What I'm not fine with people is people calling themselves experts as if they have somehow completed knowledge in that subject. There's always more to learn. And if you are an expert, a true expert on something, you're always keen to learn more and answer other questions and dig deeper into elements of it. It's a slippery slope. That's all I can say. It's Rebecca in disguise. No, Rebecca would just tell me to my face, Graham, you're an idiot, you've done that wrong. Please stop doing that. And here's the reason why. I wouldn't have to tease it out of her. Did he apply? I wonder if he did apply. We should write them a letter saying, someone was invited to apply and now they're choosing to spread their wisdom on YouTube rather than in your fine academic what was it even he was doing to her? It's not an academic thing. He was already working at the aquarium. It was already working at the museum. It's the aquarium he was going to get invited to. So there it is. Right, 10 minutes away from doing quiz. So I will put the link to the quiz into the chat while we go through the rest of these comments. Mal says it's Rebecca, April Fools. It could have been. Juggler, I would have just said you're. Yeah, well, that was my first instinct, was just to do asterisk and spell you're correctly. Grey water's wastewater from washing machines. Well, yeah, and grey water's, yeah, wastewater from the sinks, from anything that's not sewage water or nuclear power plants. They have grey water, don't they? But Graham, 50 years means he knows everything, obviously. So, mine wrong. I'm no expert, but I think the mega tank is brilliant, and your discus make me quite envious. Do you know what? I feel the same way. I know I'm biased, Angela, but I think my mega tank is also brilliant. I'm so pleased with it. Everything looks so good. I know this means something's imminently going to go horrifically wrong, and I'll be Icarus who flew too close to the sun. But right now I'm absolutely loving it. I'm spending so much time just staring at them thinking they're fantastic. Let's see the discus. Not right now, all the lights are off, but we will have a video coming soon. I have some new fish that I will be adding to it. They're currently in quarantine that might be getting added over the next couple of days. Cheers, Slangivar. I've been on the planet for 53 years and I know nothing. You know something. I mean, there is something to be said for experience, but experience does not equal expertise. Delusions of grandeur. Indeed. He must be old if he has 50 years experience. Ask him what he's doing on YouTube if he's 70 or 80 years old. Indeed. Right, let's see if we can get all the way down. There's a couple of folks with many subs on YouTube that are old as flip and act like that. Yeah, there are a few, yes. If you combine my many years of experience with my number of tanks, now there's a way to look at it, yeah. So at one point I had about 30 tanks. So if I have my 30 tanks in 30 years, or whatever it is, how old am I? Yeah, kind of works. I've got hundreds of years, yeah. Me and you both, Stephen. I know, I don't get it. If you know better, then create a YouTube channel and actually make videos about your knowledge. Yeah, I know. Again, not everybody wants to make YouTube videos, and I do say this quite a lot, that the people with the most knowledge on most subjects aren't necessarily making YouTube videos about it, and that's fine. But those people also aren't commenting on other people's videos poo-pooing them, and just they generally tend not to be mean and nasty. Not that that was particularly mean or nasty, that was just ill-informed and fucking stupid. But they tend not to do that either. They tend to be the people who are genuinely experts at things. I think mostly, maybe it's stereotyping, but mostly have a love for the thing and have a love for the hobby and enjoy the hobby and enjoy spreading their wisdom, rather than going, ha, you've done that wrong, nah, that's bad, I don't like that. So I'm doing the voice again, but I got loads of comments going. There was 2 or 3 people who were commenting about my hardscape, saying my rocks were too square or too angular. Going, that's just totally unnatural. You need to have round. You can only have round rocks in an aquarium. And I was like, what do you mean you can only have round? I have triangular rocks in my aquarium if I bloody well want to. It's not true of nature. You wouldn't see rectangular rocks like that in a river. So I went to my local river and I photographed some of the rocks in the river that were square and rectangular of nature, just so as I could post them and go, I thought better of it before I actually got to that point, but I do have a phone full of pictures of rectangular rocks. But it's just like, what is the mindset? Why do you, what makes people, I don't know, and I really shouldn't care, but Anyway. JNN Aquatics just dropping in to say hello. Hope us all is well. Yeah, it's all good. Right. Last call for Fort Quiz. Remember, this is the first week, so if you get in early, get a few points in the bag, you could make a big win. Hans says, point them to the Punami video and say, I'm using black water. Yeah. Jack says, I've just read a comment on a vid of someone saying they ran into your doorstep. Like, oh yeah. So, I'm sure many of us aquarists accumulate polystyrene boxes like they're going out of fashion. So I had listed them all on Facebook saying, right, does anybody want some poly boxes? I've got loads of them. I just wanted some more space. And I got rid of a load of them, so he was one that came the other day and turned up at my gate like that. Do you make YouTube videos? I was like, yes, I do. You're not Aquarium Adventures, are you? Oh, I've been watching your video. And so he was a subscriber, so it was completely random. They just happened to want some poly boxes. So he came in and I showed him round. I showed him my grey water tank. Brian says, new fish, ooh, rummy nose. Oh, that would spoil the surprise. That's one of the new fish. I think Stan was implying the discus would bang their heads on the excessive bracing. Ah, dear. I really would be interested to know how many aquariums that got ever had actually kept. If he was genuine, he would have offered advice so that, yeah, exactly. The people who are genuinely experts are they're better natured than that. It's not that nah, you've done that wrong. It's the, do you know what? I've seen this a few times. If you tweak this, or maybe if you could do that, or here's a little words of advice. Try this. They don't shout down. They offer advice. Yeah, exactly. That makes more sense. I would be interested to know how many aquariums that guy had actually kept. Indeed. I think I saw the Aquatic News Network somewhere, but he's disappeared. But hello. Right, are we ready for the quiz? Shall we do a bit of quiz prepped? I will put the picture up on screen for Lisa. The scanny BP thing. That's the wrong button. That one. Do we actually know the swim space discus keep in the wild due to their predators? I don't actually, but I have watched lots of videos and collection videos and things like that, and natural habitats. Natural discus tanks don't look anything like the discus tanks we keep. The water is so murky and so muddy. They rely on that a lot for camouflage, and yeah, they do. They hang around in like loads of detritus, branches, cover basically, because there are a lot of predators in those places. Does Zen have time to make a coffee first? I'm sure we can eke this out for a minute or two. I think, Graham, I think Brian is kidding, but are you sure you're not encouraging some of us to attempt to make Dickhead of the Week by reading them? Hey, I hope I will be able to spot you lot trying it on to the genuine arseholes out there. But we'll try. Right, are we about ready to try this? Kick it off for week 1 of April. Just before we do, whoever it was that sent me the free case of beer, that one was lovely. Let's start the timer and see if I can get a beer in the same amount of time. We're going with another pale ale. Question number 1, fun with flags. Whose flag is this? Is it the Finland flag, Norway flag, Denmark's flag, or Netherlands flag? See, this one's more of a pale ale. It's actually pale. What do we think, people? Oh, I thought this would have been an easy one for you. So 3 people think Finland, 4 people think Denmark, 1 person thinks Netherlands. That must be Jack. But the correct answer is Norway. This is the Norwegian flag. Who was fastest finger first? It was Jack Tank. Oh no, it was a 3-way tie. It was Jack Tank, Gumshoe, Gourami, and Sunshine Face. Whoever that is. Well done, everyone. Moving straight on. Number 2. What was Val Kilmer's RIP fighter pilot call sign in Top Gun? Was it Maverick, Goose, Slider, or Iceman? Jonathan was the person who gave me the beers, I'm pretty sure. So thank you very much. The first one was delicious. Son of a gun. Second one, not tried yet. It's fine. I also don't like the sours. What do we think to this one? 4 people think it was Maverick. Maverick was Tom Cruise. 9 people think Goose. Goose was the one that died. 1 Slider and 9 correct people. Gumshoe, Gourami, Coop Stackhouse, and Brian in the top 3. Number 3. Which of these actors star in the 1989 sports fantasy film Field of Dreams? Is it Harrison Ford, Kevin Costner, Robert Redford even, or Tom Hanks? Is this the one that's famously misquoted? If you build it, the idiots will come. Am I so old that the newer generation hasn't seen the OG Top Gun? I know. We watched it, was it Christmas or something? My parents were down and we watched the new one, the Maverick, with them, and the kids were doing forced family fun time, having to watch TV with us. We watched the new one, Maverick, and they were like, yeah, it was alright. I was like, well, do you want to see the original? It's a classic. I had put that on within like 20 minutes. They were all like, beep, boop, boop. Bored as hell, don't want it. Anyway, most people going for Kevin Costner because it's Kevin Costner. He stars in the 1989 film Field of Dreams as Ray Kinsella, an Iowa farmer who hears a mysterious voice urging him to build a baseball field. Blah de blah de blah. Stuff happens. The top three remain unchanged. What's happening down at the bottom? Stephen P. down at 21. Texas Tom at 17. Scat at 16. Shadows here, kind of. Hasn't got one right yet, though. Question number 4. In the NATO phonetic alphabet, what word is used to represent the letter F? Is it Falcon for F, Flash for X, Flash for F, Forest for F, or Foxtrot for F? Remember, it's the NATO phonetic alphabet. I jest. Alpha Bravo Charlie, Delta Echo, Foxtrot. Well done, almost everyone. It is indeed Foxtrot. Oh, most people getting that one right. Question number 5. What branch of biology is primarily concerned with the structure and function of cells? Is it botany, cytology, ecology, or genetics? Sorry, these, I'm going to have to give it to them. This might be the best Bombay mix I've ever had in my life. Slanjava. Cheers. What do we think? I apologise for crunching away. Oh. 14 think it's genetics, 1 thinks it's ecology, 9 about to be clever people think it's cytology, because that is the correct answer. It's crucial in medical diagnosis and research and is often flexibly known as cell biology. Oh, that takes Timbo up to the top spot. Question number 6. Which of the following sports has claim to the heaviest ball? Is it basketball, American football, proper football, or volleyball? Which sport has the heaviest ball? Juggler says, a proper sports ball question. Yes, actual sports balls. What do we think, people? Oh, 13 basketballs, 1 American football, 3 proper footballs, and 7 volleyballs. The answer is, it's basketball. Amongst the given sports, a basketball is heaviest according to regulatory standards. An NBA basketball weighs between 20 and 22 ounces. A modern soccer ball, 14 to 16. Volleyball, 9-ish. And an American football, 14 to 15. There you go. Mandy says, I'm trying to remember holding all my balls. Okay. If it was old footballs from the 70s, then definitely football. Yeah. What were those ones that were like extra thick and extra? They were like Mold Masters or something they were called. I remember if it was cold or wet, I never wanted to play football because you get one of them to the side of your head and you're out for like an hour. So wow, hard balls. It's easy for me to say. Gumshoe Grammy takes his top spot back, pushing Timbo into second, and Brian in third. Jenny McGinger. Now, these beers are good. Zenny McGinger moving up to fourth. And Coop Tank's House fifth. Question number 7. From what country did the puzzle video game Tetris originate? Is it Germany, Japan, Norway, or USSR? Scott can't interact, it's saying subscribers only. Oh, something changed. Well, isn't Scott a subscriber? Is he unsubscribed? The git. Oh. Even Stevens between Japan and USSR. It was in fact USSR. Originally designed in the USSR, Tetris was created by Alexei Pichnov. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that. While he was working on... Let me see what's going on. Sorry, just wanted to check Discord, see if Scott had messaged me. Oh, maybe he has. I don't know, Scott. I don't know. Have you tried turning it off and back on again? Question number 8. What is the name of the submarine captain in Jules Verne's 19th century novel 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea? Is it Captain Ahab, Captain Grumby, Captain Morgan, or Captain Nemo? They are all captains, if that helps. I wonder if I can... I'm not seeing anywhere where I can turn... Oh, participant modes. I'll turn it on to anyone. Then anyone can comment. Shadow Games is not subscribed to me. I'm turning it back on. Sorry. You can click the subscribe button, Scott. He says, "Oh, I see what happened now." So, one more subscriber, please, Scott. Thank you. Anyway, who is this captain? Does anyone know? Well, it seems 12 of you know, because it was Captain Nemo. Question number 9. How many countries in the world begin with the letter O? None, 1, 2, or 3? What do we think? How many countries in the world begin with the letter O? There's O Scotland, O Ireland, O Australia, O wow, quite an even split there. Aquatic Moose is in the house, not knowing the definition of a country. The correct answer is 1. Only one country in the world begins with the letter O, and that is Oman. I think I saw someone else type in Österreich, which is technically correct, but I think it was inferred because I was speaking English in English. What's that done before the number 10 gambling question? Right, none of the top 3 got that one right. So, we're going into question number 10. This is your first of 2 gambling questions. You choose how much you want to gamble from 0 through to all your points. What do points make? Prizes! Or an uncomfortable second half if you lose everything. So, you will get a cryptic, unhelpful clue. Choose what you want to do. If you don't bet anything, you can't lose anything, but you also can't win anything, even if you get it right. Up to you what you do. Here you go, question 10. You'd be a basket case to bet on this. What could that mean? You'd be a basket case to bet on this. What is the name of the basket carrying passengers in a hot air balloon? Is it a bucket, a coracle, a gondola, or a raft? What do we think? Well, 4 of you think bucket. Why not? 1 thinks coracle. It's not a coracle. A coracle is like a little boat type thing. 15 of you think a gondola, which is a thing that you use in the canals of Venice. And only 2 of you said raft. The correct answer, obviously, gondola. Well done, those people. What's that done to the scores? Brian up to 2nd, Gumshoe Garami in 1st place, SJH in 3rd. Some big losers. Timbo has lost a lot of points there. Treble-Cox, nice to see you again. Angela lost a lot of points. Mona Lee lost a lot of points. Oh dear. So, John, Zenny, Error, Stevie P, Jack Tank, Juggler, and Coop Tank Tank make up the top 10. Still, plenty of time to get it back. Don't worry, any points can always help. Question 11. Which of the 7 Central Asian Stan countries has the capital Astana? Is it Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, or Uzbekistan? I know how much you all love the geography questions. Citra asagas. An NEIPA. I'm loving all these new ones. Holy moly, these questions are not that bad. Tim's loving being described as a big loser. I meant it in the nicest possible way. So, what do we think? Which Stan country has the capital city of Astana? Again, not a bad split there. 9 for Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan it is. Gumshoe got that one correct, as did Error 404, Jack Tank and Juggler. Katie up to 11th with that one. Treblecock 16, Sunshine 17, Fishy Friday 18, and Angela in 21st place got that one correct. Thank you for subscribing, Javier Miller. Question number 12. Which of these war films posters features a line of helicopters spinning across a setting sun? Is it Apocalypse Now, Full Metal Jacket, Saving Private Ryan, or The Deer Hunter? Which of these iconic films has this iconic movie poster? Shadow's back. What do we think? We think it's Apocalypse Now, because it's Apocalypse Now. Well done, everyone. Except Error 404, Jack Tank. Who else got it wrong? Salty Matt, Sunny Face, Fishy Friday, Scat, and Price Tag all missed out on that one. Question number 13. Which European country traditionally celebrates April Fool's Day with fish-shaped chocolates? Slanjivar. Cheers. Cheers. France, Germany, England, or Italy? April Fool's Day is my number 2 son's birthday. I always enjoy pretending to buy him presents. Seven for France, 10 for Germany, 5 for Italy. It's France. Oh, this is a repeat quiz. Did I do this last week? Oh. Sorry. If it was a repeat, very few of you remembered. Question number 14. In what country were potatoes first discovered? England, Ireland, Peru, or United States? It was on a fish-themed quiz. Ah, right, okay. In what country were potatoes discovered? Was it England, Ireland, Peru, or United States? 7 went for the obvious one of Ireland, but no, it was Peru. The Inca Indians in Peru were the first to cultivate potatoes around 8000 BC. In 1536, Spanish conquistadors, which is a word I like to say, conquered Peru, discovered the flavours of the potato and carried them to Europe. Top 4 all getting that one. Question number 15. Which of these countries borders both the Pacific Ocean and the Caribbean Sea? Caribbean Sea. Sorry. Bolivia, Colombia, Guyana, or Venezuela? What's this? What's happened? Tommy has spotted that some people have not paid their admission tonight. We have 40 odd viewers but only 25 likes. Come on. Oh, fairly... Nobody thought it was Bolivia. Okay. I was fooling no one with Bolivia. 8 for Colombia, 8 for Guyana, and 7 for Venezuela. It was, of course, Colombia. D or C? Haha, I like it. Billy Ocean is the man. Caribbean Sea. Exactly. Gumshoe Grammy's got an almost 200-point lead over SGH. Brian's in third. Anything could happen in the next few questions though. Question 16. The term Helter Skelter inspired the title of a Beatles song, which in turn influenced cult leader Charles Manson. What is the term's original meaning? It's a weather phenomenon, an English spice, an Irish folk tale, or an amusement park ride. Basically, what's a Helter Skelter? Too many words. I know. Sorry. I get lazy sometimes. What do you think a Helter Skelter is? 6 think it's a weather phenomenon. 5 think it's an Irish folktale. And 12 think it's an amusement park ride. If I just type in HELTERSKELTER. That's a Helter Skelter. It's an amusement ride. A pretty crappy one, but nevertheless, it's an amusement ride. Oh, Gumshoe got that one wrong. Keeping it tight at the top. Question 17. In poker hand rankings, which of the following would not beat a flush? A full house, a straight, a 4 of a kind, or a straight flush? Oh, I thought this would have been an easier one. Not all degenerate gamblers then, sorry. 9 full houses, 9 straights, 3 4 of a kinds, and 1 straight flush. The answer is a straight. Yep. Flush beats a straight. Question number 18. What is the name of this spring blooming perennial pink flower? Is that a hibiscus, a hollyhock, a hyacinth, or a hydrangea? So 5 of you think it's a hibiscus. No hollyhocks, 13 hyacinths, and 3 hydrangeas. It's a hyacinth. Ooh, Gumshoe missed another one. Giving SGH and Brian a bit of a look in. Something for everyone though. Here we go with the penultimate question of the evening. If you're travelling to a place with the international airport transport code BRR, where are you going? Antarctica, Iceland, Alaska, or Scotland? If you fly to an airport with BRR, where are you going? Antarctica, Iceland, Alaska, or Scotland? This is a tough one. Only the most seasoned of adventurers would know where this is. 7 for Antarctica, 7 for Iceland, 2 Alaskas, and 6 for Scotland. The answer is Scotland. Barra Airport, the northern tip of the island of Barra in the Outer Hebrides. So it's not just because it's cold. The Outer Hebrides. Another thing I like to say. OHBC. Hello, this is the Outer Hebrides Broadcasting Corporation. Does anyone remember that? Or is it just me? Brian has an issue with that. Is it hell? It is. Adam has learned if Scotland is an option, it's probably the answer. I've been caught. Oh no. So yes, it is Barra. Gumshoe got it. Brian says shut it. That you can still win. It depends how tricky the final question is and how brave you're feeling. Mine, not Scottish, Yassasinak. Don't you mean Y-O-U-R-E, Brian? Sorry, a bad joke. Final question. This is where you can put it all on the line. You're going to gamble. Are you gambling big? Gambling small? Saving some points? Who knows? Here's your cryptic clue. This is a big dog question. What could that mean? So it's not an overly wordy question, so hopefully it will not upset too many people. Final question. What was reputedly contained in the barrels around the necks of a St. Bernard Alpine rescue dog? Was it root beer, brandy, hot tea, or whiskey? What was reputedly contained in the barrels around the necks of the St. Bernard Alpine rescue dogs? Stephen Glenn, hello. You've missed this quiz, but there's another one coming. Grammar police in the house, definitely. 50-50 says Mandy. It was definitely alcohol, but which type? Well, I think everyone agreed it was definitely alcohol, but was it brandy or was it whiskey? It probably deserves a drum roll. It was brandy. St Bernard rescue dogs, known for their ability to work in snow-covered Alps, are famously depicted with small barrels around their necks. Traditionally, these were reputed to contain brandy. The idea was that brandy would help revive climbers or travellers who were trapped by snow. In reality, though, the presence of these barrels is largely a creation of folklore and 19th century art, depicting these gentle giants. What has that done to the rankings? Let's see. In third place, we have Zenny McGinger. Second place, Brian. And our winner tonight, SJH. Well done, everyone. Well done, everyone who managed to finish the night with some points. All the way down to Price Tag, Exeter, Scat, Gasmus, Triplecock, Salty Matt, all managing to score some points. Stevie P, oh dear. Angela, you met your goal. You finished with no points. John N, Juggler, Errol 404, Coop Stank House, Smelly Emmy, Texas Tom, Smiley Facey Thing. Well done, all of you. Congrats to all the winners. It's now Tommy's favourite time, because I haven't prepared anything. I need to do extra spreadsheet work. Hang on. Aquarium Adventures quiz. What month are we in? We're in April, which comes after March. So if I open that. Oh, hang on. I've done something wrong. Something's happened. Ah. Oh, it's all gone wrong. It's gone horribly wrong. Something's gone. It's all gone terribly. Right, let's try that again. There we go. We'll save that as April. Slanjivar. Cheers. We'll do some deleting. Nice and quick. Right, week one. There we go. We want to go here. We go here. We export that to go there. We open that up. We move it over here so you can all see what I'm doing. Participant number, no one cares. Delete that column. I've deleted all the names. We'll swap this out another day. But for now, there you go. There's your points. Well done, everybody. I should get extra points for knowing Snorbits. Why would that be a thing? Eleventh is like first, but double. Yeah, that's a winning mentality. That's what we want. Adam, if we band together very loudly, we can complain very loud. If we band together, we can complain very loudly. Oh dear, what happened? I do believe it was either brandy or whiskey. I know the rules. Well, yeah. Why are you making the comment then? Zen only wins if she has 20 PCs and super fast internet. Did you win? I didn't even look to see. No. SGH won, surely. Mandy won last week. Did you? Last week was the... Ah, yes. But did you win the overall thing? I don't think so. Last month. Did you? I may have accidentally sent your prize to Adam then. I will look into this. You're confusing me now. I don't know what's going on. Last month. I was working at my stupid job, so I missed it. Jobs are stupid. I've very much been enjoying not having to work at my stupid job for the last week. I am already getting the fear that you normally get on a Sunday afternoon that, oh, I've got to go back to work tomorrow. It's only Friday and I'm still like, oh, I've got to go back to work on Monday. I blew it last week too, but I did win the eliminator last week. That must be what it is. Yeah, but eliminator, we've decided eliminator now is just, you get a slow hand clap. You sent the prize already. I thought it takes 3 to 5 business. It does. So there are people who have been waiting 3 to 5 business months. But I have. That's a lie. I have boxes upstairs where I have packed the prizes. I've still not quite sent them. But that's movement. If only I had a spreadsheet to keep track of the scores from the... Well, yeah, I should start doing that. Yeah. Don't mind him. I'll give you a sneak preview of one of the prizes. You know how excited I was with the Aquarium Adventures towels? Oh, why am I all blurry and out of focus? Hello. There we go. So now we have... Oh, wrong way around. Definitely not Aquarium Adventures flannels. They're Aquarium Adventures fish tank cleaning things. Definitely not a face flannel. But, more importantly, still got a hanging loop. That's what you want. And then just as some little extras, some wee toys. Articulated fish things. We've got goldfish, we've got smaller goldfish, angelfish, we've got all kinds of things. So you're getting some little weird prizes. At least you don't have to travel to work several times a week, an hour away, and some people further. You're literally downstairs in the fish room. This is where I go to work. I sit here, and rather than looking here or here, I look there. That's my work. Occasionally I have to go places, but you know. Someone's got a Beer 52 box. Sees the Ferment magazine. Yes, Jonathan sent me a Beer 52 code. So I'm on my free month before I cancel immediately. And Brian's back having a nosy. You alright, Brian? He's wondering why his lights are still on. It's a beach towel, he's just got really big hands. I do have very big hands. You know what they say about people with big hands? I need big gloves. But I thought that's pretty cool for, you know, wiping down your tanks and keeping the outside nice and clean. I do not have a giant articulated brine. Maybe that could work on that. Is there any interest in a giant articulated brine? Sorry, it's a bit of a touch of sciatica at the moment. That's always fun. If you did send it out elsewhere, no, I haven't actually sent anything yet, so I must have just forgotten your win from last month. It's too soon to send you something if you've only just won. They're nice and actually quite good. When you cancel, they'll offer you another discount code, but you have to call to cancel. How many times can I just like sign up with different email addresses and different names at the same address? Will they just keep sending me beer forever? Or is it not that good? Anyway, we have one more quiz for your delectation this evening. I will put the quiz link for the eliminator into the chat now, so you can get ready with that one. I will do a bit of admin in the background. By good, I mean good value. Well, I've had 3 so far tonight, and they've all been delicious. I've been very happy with them. Although Jonathan, who is the one that gave me the code, said he doesn't like sours. Yeah, if they send me sours, I will not be happy. I've yet to find someone that likes sours. They will send you beer forever. I can't complain about that. I think I managed to bag like 2 or 3 discounts, but it's done by address, so unless you send it to a neighbour or family, okay. Who knows, they may even sponsor. I have seen Beer 52 sponsor some things. Maybe I should throw that in there, go play the YouTube card. Do you know, I have over 100 subscribers on YouTube. Rachel likes sours, right? That's fine, that can be your prize. If you ever win the quiz, I'll save up all my sours and send them over to you. Or Scott. Dark beers, yeah, I don't like dark beers either. I did pick the light beer box. So far I've had this one. Is it the same for everyone every month? Am I teaching you things you already know? Son of a Gun, that was delicious. I liked that one. This one was the Pale Ale. I don't know what it's called other than Pale Ale. Bureau. So I like that one because it was only 3.4%, so I'm definitely not going to get smashed on it, which is nice. And then this one, I don't know what's going on there. Citrus Segus. That was lovely as well. The last lot I got the other day was from Kiwi. Some beers and stouts and porters. Yuck. I don't like stouts and porters. I like sours wheaty and dark. Ugh. You're all weirdos. What's wrong with you? I did notice one of them was from New Zealand. Let me see if I can find it. Or was it this one? Australian. This one's from New Zealand, I think. Carlos Worldwide New Zealand Pilsner. A Pilsner. 4.8%. Brewed and canned by Omnipollo in the EU. Yeah. So it's not from New Zealand. Who knows? Interesting. I feel that Pilsner isn't something I've dived into yet. Never make a barman. Fresh enough. You've had this one. If you go on the website, you can just buy the ones you want, but it works out more expensive. I quite like the randomness, because I would never have picked any of these, and I've enjoyed all of them so far. So, a genuine, unsponsored thumbs up for Beer 52. If you're watching, guys, before you sponsor me, yeah, that was quite nice. Me and Brian are enjoying it. Right, have we got anyone in for the eliminator? We have 9 people in for the eliminator. My brother drinks most of mine, but I don't think I've had duplicates unless they just change the label. That would be a bit crafty. Pardon me. The American artist reference. What? I don't know. Susan mixes the stouts and the porters with ciders. Then she gets frisky. I hope Susan's not watching. You could be in trouble. I haven't tried any of the beers I've seen you with, but you mostly drink IPAs, so... Bulk. Do you know what? A couple of years ago, I was in exactly the same position. I didn't understand people who drank IPAs. I thought, what was the point in them? They're all disgusting. Now, I'm very much a convert. I think it's a bit like olives. I used to hate olives. And then I made a concerted effort to try olives more and think about it, and now I love olives. I think it's the same with IPAs. Slanjivar. Cheers. So when I see Brian enjoying his tank, he seems so happy there. He doesn't seem unhappy. That's the thing I was worried about, is he would sit in the corner or hide constantly. I have given him, I don't know if you can tell from here, but all this structure is actually in the middle of the tank. So he can go behind all that if he does feel like hiding out. So he can get behind there and behind the plants. So as if he's feeling a bit under the weather or just doesn't want to be out, he's got somewhere to go. But he spends most of his time quite happy, yeah. I did worry that it just wouldn't be big enough, but hopefully with enough water changes, and he definitely has enough space to swim around and do laps and stuff. For now, it's fine until I build Mega Tank 3 just for Brian. Stephen wants a Brian and a Brian tank to go with it. You know, Brian wants a beer. I think so. He is following the beer. Just wait till you get the one that tastes like cat piss. We had a game of darts with that one. The loser had to take a swig. This one's fine. It's not my favourite of the 3 tonight. IPAs are like having a skunk spray directly on your tongue. No, they're just an acquired taste, that's all. Can he have small tank mates in there? I think he would be fine with small tank mates. He doesn't seem to like when he was in with the silver dollars, they're not so small silver dollars, they're quite big, but anything that size and smaller, he didn't see it as a threat. But I don't know if I would want more bioload in there. I think it's just like having him as a species only tank is probably the best one to do. Everybody wants Brian. It's okay, ladies, there's enough of me to go around, says Brian. Could he go in the pond over the summer? Oh, I don't know. I'm not heating this tank, so but the room is heated, as I always say. I don't know about putting them in there, whether the goldfish would be too small and he'd be a bit like, I love eating all these. Would be good for population control, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know if he could go in the pond. That'd be fun. I just seen Phil come in there, just home catching up, the captain of the golf club this year. Ooh, well done. I was just showing off the, definitely not face flannels, the aquarium cleaning towels, the handheld aquarium cleaning towels that Phil has kindly donated for some prizes for some people that will be going out shortly. Yeah, it must be such a drag having to go out for a drink with lots of people. Hope you're making the most of it. Are you getting Congos for your monster discus tank? Remind me of the dimensions. So the internal dimensions are just over 12 foot by just over 2 foot by 2 foot. And there are Congos in there, and there might be new fish going in over the weekend. May or may not be Congos. You'll have to watch the next one. Fish Vet, there's a name we've not seen for a while. There's the man that got me onto all these weird, crazy beers. Evening all, feel like I've not been here for ages. Indeed. You'd be proud of me, beer dad. I've been trying all these weird and wonderful beers. All these new ones I've been having tonight. Someone gave me a Beer 52 subscription, so we're trying them all out. Yeah. So you've got lots to catch up on if you've not been here for ages. Brian says in man inches that's 1 foot, but no, it's well over 12 foot. It's about 12 foot and about 3 inches, I think. So it does have Congos in there at the moment, but just not as many as I wanted. I did order. Okay, spoiler. I have ordered some more Congos and other things. I ordered lots more fish than I got. So that's just the way it goes sometimes with wholesalers, is you order things and if it turns up, great. If it doesn't, tough. It's just one of those flip of the coin things. So we've got some new fish going. Beer Dad. I don't know if that's a moniker he wants to stick with. My hero. I've been lurking, but life has been kicking my arse. Oh, sorry to hear that. That's not what we want. I think I meant to sing this. Do come on and do. Come on and do the Congo. Do. Come on and that's the one. Yes. So we've got 12 Congos, 100 rummy noses, and 1 new discus. I dare you to sing Black Box when you put. No. I've got form, Brian, of being copyright struck for singing and playing guitar, so I don't want to do that. What other fish are in with Brian now? None. Just Brian. These things that you can see floating about, these are bits of plant he has destroyed. So Brian's on his own, thinking about his actions that got him solitary confinement. If he hadn't killed so many fish, he'd have been okay. Right, are we about ready for the eliminator? I think I should put in the thing one more time. There's the link. We have 13 people in for the eliminator. For those of you who are new here, the eliminator is a Survivor series. 10 questions that get slightly harder, and you answer them all right, you get a prize. You answer one wrong, you're out. Where are you QTing all these new fishies now? Your tanks are gone, but you'll have to watch the video because that will explain all. The tanks aren't all gone, they're just moved around. Can we see the discus tank? The discus tank is asleep. We'll see if the Fluval Connect app, which I am both loving and hating. Oh, it's decided to work today. So, the hating thing is, you would think, oh right, that's a light there. If I just long press it, it'll turn it on. What does it say? You sure you want to delete this? No. I want to turn it on. So you have to turn it on, you have to wait for it to load and connect. There's one on. I'll take you for a quick peek because you've asked twice now. Such a soft touch. You ask me something twice and I'll do it. But look, God, it's slow. Any other questions? Do you want something purple, Emperor Tetras, and some Coletti Tetras, and maybe some bass? I do want some bass. Right, so that's the lights on. Now I have to figure out whether or not we can get the droid cam working. Bear with me, this is either going to break it or work flawlessly. Oh, hey. Right, let's try this. Of course, everything's going to be asleep. Look at all these dead plants with all this dead new growth. Oh. Destroyer of aquascapes making a... Yeah, so all the discus are down here asleep basically. This is where they tend to hang out when they're sleeping. And then for Scott's benefit, down here is the quarantine tanks that have been quarantining the new fish in. So there you go. Does that help? I see Cory eggs. Yeah, they've been going mental, the Corys. The thing about the Corys is they go and they lay all these eggs, and then immediately another fish, whether it's the discus or the angel or one of the other ones, just nom, 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 straight up after it, eating them all. QT in fish room number 2. No. So it's true, the original app is the best. I do like the new app, so there are some positives to the new app. The old app was just the same in terms of you'd have to wait for it to connect, and often it just wouldn't. This one does seem a bit better. But yeah, the apps, I'm not a fan of apps. Why did they decide to do FX6Es rather than a sump for Megatank 2? I explained this in all my videos, Lebo. It's because originally I had a sump that I decided to move to the canisters, which would free up at that 4-foot space where I could have a couple of extra quarantine tanks, or 4 breeding tanks, quarantine tanks at the moment, basically to give me more tank real estate. Scanny thing, please. Sorry. There you go, scanny thing. I have to shut down everything. Oh no, Fish Vet. They're free. I will happily help you out with that. Yeah, get in touch. We'll see what we can do. That sand is too yellow. Shut up. It's really hard to see through all that grey water. Shut up. Oh my god, that's a stunning tank. Shut up. No. Thank you. That's much better. Try a live stream and just park the tank with some relaxing music. I have thought about that, just streaming the tank. But it's really hard to get it all in one go. Big tank problems. You need to print yourself one of those breeding tubs. I know, I should collect the eggs, because they're going mental for it at the moment, so definitely. Right, where were we at? Oh, the wife's coming. No, she's going to the bin, that's fine. Are we ready to play, everyone? Everyone that wants to go? Are we ready to go? Ready to go? Don't forget to turn the lights out before we go to... Yeah, I shall do that as we play the Eliminator. Good luck, everyone. Slanjivar. Cheers. Here's your countdown to your 10 questions. Well, I try and shut off all the lights. The thing that really annoys me about this is there's an option to group things in the new app, but whenever you try and group things it just says you can't group lights, you idiot. Arrange these from smallest to the top to largest at the bottom. Adult human, elephant, grizzly bear, dog. I've given you an extra 10, 20 seconds, something like that, to answer this one. Smallest at the top. Okay, everyone's out. Well done. Right, hang on. Ignore that. I love this. Right, let's try again. Copy link. Graham, why the canister filters? And I've just answered that, haven't I? So, to save space. Original plan was to have a sump. I changed that to do canisters so as I could have a few more tanks on the shelf in the middle level. You're going to get comment of the week next week if you ask that again. Won't let me, can't move. Says I'm eliminated. It's freaked out again. Yep. Happy to sort something out. I have 2 azules which I've grown for 3 inches, which are massive, and I'm on. Yeah, definitely get in touch. We'll sort something out. I mean, I really hate to profit from someone else's misery when they have to shut things down, but that sounds ace. I was just thinking about the big tank as well, going, spent all this on building the tank. Now I've got no money left, so I can't fill. I've got a mega tank that's got like 15 silver dollars in it, and that's it. No, I missed your answer. Sorry. So the answer to that is I went canisters over sump because I've used the space the sump was going to sit in to house more tanks. At the moment I've got the quarantine tanks in there, but I could also have breeding tanks in there. Just gives me more tank space options. And I'm not hating the canisters. I don't hate them. I think they're doing quite well. How many discus are you looking to put in Mega Tank 2? There's like 20 in there. I bought another one, so there's going to be 21. I'm in 2 minds, so I'm kind of interested to see what will happen, because I know there is a confirmed pair in there that I've raised fry from. One of the fry is one of the 20. I think it'd be interesting to see what happens in a tank that's that big, whether they carve up their own bit of territory and fry make it in a community tank, because it's big enough for them to carve out an area that the other fish won't. In this tank, for instance, in this tank, for instance, they would lay on, let's say, this plant here, they would lay on one of the leaves there, and all the other fish would go to the other end, and the mum and the dad would be like, nope, beat it, everybody out. And then at night or whatever, they would inevitably sneak in and they would just start picking off the eggs. And if they made it to wrigglers or whatever, they start picking them off as well. In a large tank like that, it's more indicative of the natural environment in that they have more space. I just think it'd be interesting to see what happens and whether any fry make it. At the same time, if that experiment plays out, I might start then moving them down into the underneath tanks to have proper breeding tanks and use them to raise fry and put them back into the tank. Ultimately, that tank can probably support 100 discus quite easily. I've also thought about buying some established pairs at some point in the future and using that. I'm not going to go out and buy loads of fish. You'll see in the new video I talk a little bit about this, where I've bought a big discus. It's not that big. But I really quite enjoy raising discus and seeing them through the whole life cycle, because they're expensive fish when you buy them quite large, because they're large. Someone else has done all the hard work to get them to that stage. So I've kind of bought a bigger one as an experiment just to see what it was like. And I also wanted one of them, so it came up fine, great. But I like breeding. I like the idea of raising small fish into big fish and using that to populate the tank. I'm in no massive rush, let's say. I'm loving that tank now. during the day when the fish aren't hiding or asleep and they're just swimming about freely, it looks fine, looks great. Pardon me. Why did you use bright yellow sand, you cheapskate? Shut up. If only you uploaded videos to explain your process. Exactly. I do talk about these things every now and again. Oh, one more thing. I've uploaded to my second channel. I have a second channel. I've uploaded to my second channel the entire build of Mega Tank 1 as one big long video. It's like an hour and 20 minutes long or something like that. So if you're into that kind of thing, I'll be doing that with lots of my... what's the word? Playlists? Not playlists. Lots of my projects that are split into multiple videos. I'm going to be combining them into one video and sticking them on the second channel. Because a few people have mentioned that they quite like that, the idea of watching it start to finish rather than broken up. So they'll all be going on the second channel. So if you fancy that, the link will be in the description somewhere. Go and check out the second channel. Give it a subscribe, because that's the thing I'm missing on the second channel at the moment. We could try that. The baby discus are nearly as big as they are. Yeah, they've done well. Sassy audience today. We are a bit sassy, sorry. The temperature got over 10 degrees here in the UK. We're all a bit giddy. Yes. It was almost 20 today. I was like, what's going on? Right, shall we try this again? Oh, there you go. Thank you, Mandy. Yes, Clips channel. I have to change the name of Clips channel because a 1 hour and 20 minute video is not a clip, but that is what it's called. It was meant to have shorts and things like that, but that was a daft idea. I don't know what I was thinking with that one. But yeah, try that one out. Right, we all in? Playback, ready to go. Start the countdown. Here we go, everybody. Oh no, big face. Good luck, everybody. You've had a bit of pre-warning as to what the first question might be. Question number 1. Arrange these from smallest at the top to largest at the bottom. Hopefully it works this time. I'm going to take your abject silence as everyone's concentrating and trying to do it. Apart from Lisa. Balls! So the top voted combination was dog, then adult human, then grizzly bear, then elephant. Was that correct? It was correct. Four people were eliminated there. Let's find out who they are and publicly shame them. Oh no, there's only 2 people, so 2 were timed out. And Brian and Mona Lee were eliminated. Brian is assuming that a dog is bigger than an elephant, and Lisa did it in the wrong order. Oh well. Question 2. What food is the core component in guacamole? Mango, avocado, peach, or spinach? Everyone's gone for avocado. And it is avocado. I'm taller than a small... I should have done adult grizzly. I knew someone would go and pick me up on that one. Question number 3. Which boxer said his style was to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee? Mike Tyson, Tyson Fury, Muhammad Ali, or George Foreman, R.I.P. Who floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee? Two people went for Mike Tyson, interestingly. I think if you get one of the first 5 questions wrong, you have to be publicly shamed, because it was, in fact, Muhammad Ali. Let's see who has been eliminated now. We've lost Gas Musk, Scat, Texas Tom, Brian, and Mona Lee. Question number 4. Hi8, Mini DV, Betamax, and VHS are all forms of videotape, stereo equipment, power tools, or answer option D. That's meant to say engine oil. Hence the picture. What do we think to this one? Everyone's gone for videotape, because it's videotape. For beer number 4, 5, we're going with this one, which I like because I like the idea of Yeasty Boys, Speed Date, Pacific IPA. Are we ready for question number 5? Which word in the sentence, the boy ran to the store with his friend, is a verb? Ran, boy, store, or answer option D? What is it with the answer fucking option fucking D? I check these thoroughly. Which word in the sentence, the boy ran to the store with his friend, is a verb? 10 people have gone for ran. 1 went with store, and nobody went with answer option D, surprisingly enough. It is, of course, ran. So, Shadow, Gumshoe Garami, Katie, Jack Tank, Timbo, John N, Juggler, Errol 404, Zany McGinger, and Skins Arno are still in the game. This is where the questions start to get a little bit more difficult, traditionally. I think your idea of thoroughly and mine are very different. I go through them once, and it seems fine. Question number 6. Botanically speaking, what type of plant is a banana tree? Is it a fern, a shrub, a legume, or a herb? Fern, shrub, legume, herb. Wow. 6 idiots went for fern. 6 people went for fern. 1 legume and 3 clever people chose herb. Surely you all know that a banana is a herb. Timbo, Juggler, and Error 404 did. It's a freaking tree, says Angela. It's not, it's a herb. You know they move as well. Question number 7. What is 1/4 of 1/10 of 1/5 of 1,000? 1/4 of 1/10 of 1/5 of 1,000. And Scott's out. That's me. Night all. Well, unsurprisingly, 3 people have gone for B, 5. 1/5 of 1,000 is 200. 1/10 of 200 is 20. 1/4 of 20 is 5. So that is the correct answer. Well done, everybody. Still in, Timbo, Juggler, error 404. Question number 8. What installment of the Indiana Jones franchise was marketed with this poster? The Crystal Skull, The Last Crusade, The Lost Ark, or The Temple of Doom? Oh, we've got 3 answers, and they're 3 different answers. One person's gone for The Last Crusade, one person's gone for The Raiders of the Lost Ark, and one person's gone for The Temple of Doom. Nobody's gone for The Crystal Skull. Quite rightly. The answer is The Temple of Doom. Though it's actually a prequel to Raiders of the Lost Ark, the 1984 action drama The Temple of Doom is the second film in the series. Blah-de 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 blah. Juggler is still in. Question number 9. All on your own, Juggler. Good luck. The continental divide runs through all of these states except Utah, Alaska, New Mexico, or Colorado. The continental divide runs through lots of states, but which one does it not? Mandy says B. Juggler says, I don't know. Brian says B. Juggler says B as well, Alaska. I will ask her. The continental... The answer is... Utah. Run through Alaska, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, but not Utah. There you go. Phew, don't have to send any more prizes this week. And then, just for fun, question number 10. Which of these cuddly creatures is not one of the 9 original Beanie Babies? Chocolate the Moose, Gobbles the Turkey, Platy the Platypus, Splash the Whale. Mandy says B, Gobbles the Turkey. Mandy is correct straight away. The range of Beanie Babies were hugely successful and collectible fad through the 90s. The first 9 stuffed toys debuted in 1993. Gobble the Turkey was one of the first Beanie Babies to represent a holiday, coming out in 1996. There you go. Well done, everybody. Mandy knows her Beanie Babies. I'm glad she didn't make it all the way through. That was a holiday edition, I think. It was indeed. Well played, everyone. Well played, all. Thank you for not winning again and saving me some pennies. What is the continental divide? It's like a theoretical split of the continents where the rivers run. So, yeah. At what point the rivers run east to west and or west to east. Something like that. Clearly nobody knows. Yes. It's America's version of Hadrian's Wall. Yeah, not quite. Let's look it up. What is it? Mental divide. Continental divide of the Americas extends from the Bering Straits to the Straits of Magellan and separates watersheds that drain into the Pacific from those river. It's basically what I said. Yeah. So it's that red line, I think. It determines where water flows or what direction water flows. Something like that. It's a hydrological divide. That's the word I was looking for. It separates the watersheds that drain to the Pacific Ocean to those river systems that drain to the Atlantic and Arctic, including those that drain to the Gulf of Mexico, not the Gulf of America, the Caribbean Sea, and Hudson Bay. So, left of that line drains that way, right of that line drains that way. So I imagine there must be some kind of mountainous range that roughly follows that line. Where is the Caribbean Sea? Down here, I guess. Friggin' geography. See? I am the answer to that question. Why do we need to learn this in school? Because one day, some Scottish twat on the internet will ask you a question about it. Who knew this stream is educational? Not about fish or anything I claim to be knowledgeable about, but random facts. The Rockies. Is that the Rockies? I thought the Rockies was more this way a bit. Rockies is, I think Colorado. Is that not like up here somewhere? Running that way? If only there was a way we could find out. Yeah, it's definitely the Rockies. It's part of it, at least. I thought the Rockies went the other way. Like, that kind of direction, not that kind of direction. I thought it was like down and along. Shows what I know. I went to Colorado. I went to Colorado to play golf. And like an exchange trip where I went there for a month to play golf. I'm sure I've told this story before, so I won't bore you with it again. But I quite like Colorado. I'm now Googling all things about Colorado. Sorry, I shall stop now. Colorado, just northwest of Texas. Isn't everything? Is it question time now? It is, Brian. If you have any questions, go for it. A drop of water east of the divide ends up in the Atlantic. West of the divide. Yeah, exactly. That's what I tried to say. Say the mountains divide the H2O, so H2O on one side flows. That is what I said. Is that not what I said? Are you all like ganging up on me? You're trying to gaslight me into... That's not what I said. Here's Brian's question. I thought the Rockies is what Dwayne Johnson gets hit in between his legs. Okay. Sorry. South Park is live streamed from Colorado. Yeah. Here's the question. Here's the real question. I'm thinking of starting a new experiment. Who gives the colour males or females in fish? Or Right, so the question is, who gives the colour? I do not know. Okay, that is a good question. I'm thinking about it from a purely genetic point of view. I would have to ask my wife, because she would know better than me. But surely they're both involved to some degree, and it depends whether the colour is a dominant trait. Ooh, look at me being out of... There we go. I don't know. That is a good experiment. Graham, did you drink Coors when you was in Colorado? No, I was like 15, so I wasn't really meant to be drinking. I did though. one of my favourite things was we had been asked to, like, because it was an exchange trip, we were meant to take things from our culture. Took a crate of Iron Brew. What else would you take? And we didn't even tell them this, but the kids that we were staying with assumed it was beer because they thought we were allowed to drink much younger than they were. And then we were, because we could drink it at 18 and they had to be. And we did have a couple of 18-year-olds because we went as like a group. We did have a couple of 18-year-olds who could drink, technically. So they assumed it was beer, so I turned up and go, here's my present, it's a crate of Iron Brew. And they were all like, oh my God, go. And they like rushed it out and started drinking this Iron Brew. And they took us to a baseball game. It wasn't like it was like a local team or something like that, where you turned up in the truck, went in the back of a pickup truck, went to watch this baseball game, and they were all like sneaking cans of Iron Brew to each other. I was like, why are you doing that? What's going on? I'll have one. Give me one. They're like, whoa, wow, Graham's mad, man. He's drinking it out in public. And I was like, it's Iron Brew. What? So they were drinking it. And there was these two girls who claimed that they were absolutely paralytic, rat-arse drunk after drinking a can of Iron Brew between the two of them. And all the Scottish kids were like, what? We could not understand what was going on. But as I say, it was a fantastic trip. We got to stay. I had to stay with a Mexican family they owned the local Mexican restaurant. I've told this story before, I'm sure I have. It was the first time I ever got to stay in a waterbed. That was an experience. But the dad of the Mexican family, they had, instead of a fruit bowl, they had a chili bowl, and like you'd just be sitting watching TV or something, going like, yeah, eating these chilies, like Scotch bonnet chilies and jalapenos and things like that. And I was like, oh, can I have one? I have one. And he ended up giving me a jalapeno, and at the time I wasn't really into spicy things or whatever, but I had a jalapeno. It's the spiciest jalapeno I've ever had. I love jalapenos now, but this was the spiciest jalapeno I'd ever had in my entire life. And just sat there and laughed at me like a train for a good 20 minutes while I'm there, steam coming out of my ears and everything. He's going, ah! I'm going, God, what? I'm thinking, it can't be that bad. He's eating this like it's a fruit bowl. It's like a salad bowl. I'll have a bit. Come. Oh yeah, it is. It's quite tangy. And this guy just laughed at me for a good 20-30 minutes. I'll never forget it. Lovely though. But yeah, that was the first time I ever had tacos, first time I ever had fajitas, first time I ever had any Mexican food whatsoever. And it's probably the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life, even to this day. It was great stuff. Nabo's in. Hello, Nabo. Those two big swords, like the ones behind you, have you considered splitting them? I see at least 2 crowns in Brian's tanks. I have actually. They are already split. They're just planted very close together. So there's actually 4 different plants in there, but I'm pretty sure Brian's taken a liking to them and he's just going to eat them all anytime soon. Generally, colour in animal offspring, eye colour, coat colour, is determined by the dominant gene inherited from either parent, so I'd be surprised if fish were different. That kind of tracks. Tequila! Yes. I didn't have any tequila, and they didn't give me any tequila. Next question. I've decided to make the spare 4-footer a shrimp tank. I'm thinking really, or should I go normal, as I am not into culling? Well, what do you mean by normal? Neocardinias and cherry shrimps and things like that. There's lots of options within normal. I don't know. I've had shrimp in the past. Only once have I had anything other than neocardinias, and it didn't go very well for me. I probably wasn't set up right for them. But a 4-foot shrimp tank, that would be a sight to behold. I would go normal myself. The Rillies and things like that, they seem to require a specific water chemistry, and if you've not got that out the tap, I don't know what you've got up there, but if you've not got that, it just becomes a lot of work to maintain it. Whereas the Neos seem a little bit more forgiving. There's a lot of good beers in Colorado. I won't ever drink Coors again. Personal choice. I didn't ever drink Coors, so I don't think I've ever drank Coors. I must have done at some point. I don't know. If you don't cull, you'll end up with cherries over time. Yes. And if you have different colours, you'll end up with brown shrimp. Right, where did we get to? Question, have you watched Last One Laughing UK yet? I haven't, but I have watched some of the clips, and I am looking forward to watching them proper. Bob Mortimer is one of my favourite people ever, I think. Even when he's trying to be genuinely serious and just have a normal conversation. What was that fishing programme he did with Paul Whitehouse? Whatever it was. I would set that and I'd watch it, and they'd be like having a conversation about bread or something like that. And I'd just be like watching it, and I'd look at myself, or I'd realise I just sat there like doing a big gurning grin because it was so funny. I love him, and I've seen him doing his various songs, and yeah, that's Slender People, etc. Yeah, I haven't watched the programme, but I've seen his clips, and I'm looking forward to it. Really, our Neo can... what am I thinking of then? Oh, yeah. I must have been thinking about something else then. So the Rilly Shrimps, the ones that have like the prominent bands, or the I don't know. This shows my ignorance, how much I'm not into it. Bob utterly slays people, but it's amazing. It does sound good. Clear with a coloured band. Right, that makes sense. I had to go and get my kiddo. Did we have a winner? No, you were all rubbish. Nobody won. Juggler got to question 9, I think. Oh God, we're at 11:15. We've already gone overtime. Really, basically a backbone gene. Ah, right. That makes more sense. What I'm thinking of, what did I have? Was it the crystals, red crystal shrimp? I'm going to have to look it up now. Crystal reds? I'm sure it was cardinias rather than neocardinias, and they were just a bit too much effort. The Canadian one's worth a watch, but the others are a bit poo. Alright, so I do like Bob Mortimer. I do like what's his name? Joe Wilkinson. You've a few more hours left. It's only 6:16 here. Well, it's 23:17 here. And I haven't even done any new songs for anyone, so I can't even lean on that. I have made my playlist is now public for anyone that wants some fishy tunes. Let me see if I can find it for you all. I'm loving the fact that people love my tunes. So I've made a playlist to make all my songs public. If I can find it. So feel free to use this in any of your videos, anybody that makes videos or any of that kind of stuff. We have some stuff in there. The latest one is obviously, how do you even say Hooger? I was quite worried about that because I posted that. I made a video recently which was a sponsored video from Hooger because they sent me the heater from their Hooger heater. And I included a song which was a little bit taking the piss out of Hooger and how you say it. I got an email from them afterwards going, loved that, it was very funny. And I couldn't, you know how you can't detect tone through text? Where sometimes you're like, are they being a sarcastic bastard or are they really pissed off? Or are they actually enjoying it? But I've not got it open, but the email essentially said, thank you for your video, it was a very thorough look at our product. I'm glad that you put so much effort into producing such high quality stuff. We especially like the song. For those of you that don't know, here is the song.
When you have to heat a lot of water, the thought can make you wince. Will it just empty my wallet or go wrong and kill my fish? How do you even say Higer? Get the controller on the job. How do you even say Higer? Get all 800 watts. How do you even say Higer? It's explosion proof. It's a big old unit, just one fatal flaw. I wish it wasn't 8-inch and more. How do you even say Higer? Get the controller on the job. How do you even say Higer? Get all 800 watts. How do you even say Higer? It's explosion proof.
That's about it. Do you like the fact I rhymed 8-inch with orange? People out there telling me you can't rhyme anything with orange. Just me and Eminem out there rhyming things with orange day and night. Fishfit says, can I have a song please? A song about basketball team of Pike would be cool. It could be called Pike the Ball. You can have a song. Anyone can have a song. A basketball team of Pike. Oh, or a reggae song about trout pout. It's hard for me to come up with the lyrics just like this. Now there is a way where you can just put in oh, shall I combine the reggae song about Pike? No, the reggae song about trout pout with the basketball song. I need a style. Someone needs to give me a style of music. Oh, I suppose we've already got the style. We want reggae, don't we? Let's see what we get. Oh, it's reggae, unpolished and humorous is the style it's given us.
On the court where waters churn, the pike got skills, the trout just yearn. They dribble fins, they bounce the ball, fish showdown, make a splash for all. Pike so quick, they're darting fast, trout just pout, they're coming last. Who's got the game, who's got the clout? It's pike versus trout, no doubt. Trout complain, their net's too tight. Pike just laugh,
I have to go
and
for a
bring the fight.
quick break.
Crossover, slick scales, spin and slide. Fish with moves and ocean pride. Ref's a crab with a bossy claw, blowing whistles just because. Seaweed stands cheering loud, underwater dreams unbowed. Pike so quick, they're darting fast. Trout just pout, they're coming last. Who's got the game, who's got the clout? It's pike versus trout, no doubt. Deep sea crowd goes wild with glee as trout flop to keep it free. Pike dunk high like they can fly. Trout shake heads and ask out why. Deep sea crowd goes wild with glee as trout flop to keep it free. Pike dunk high like they can fly. Trout shake heads and ask out why. Pike so quick, they're darting fast. Trout just pout, they're coming last. Who's got the game, who's got the clout? It's pike versus trout, no doubt. Oh! On the court where waters churn. The pike got skills the trout just yearn. They dribble fins, they bounce the ball. Fish showdown, make a splash for all. Pike so quick, they're darting fast. Trout just pout, they're coming last. Who's got the game, who's got the clout? It's pike versus trout, no doubt. Trout complain their net's too tight. Pike just laugh and bring the fight. Crossover, slick scale, spin and slide. Fish with moves and ocean pride. Ref's a crab with a bossy claw, blowing whistles just because. Seaweed stands cheering loud. Underwater dreams unbowed. Pike so quick they're darting fast. Trout just pout, they're coming last. Who's got the game, who's got the clout? It's pike versus trout, no doubt. Deep sea crowd goes wild with glee as trout flop to keep it free. Pike dunk high like they can fly. Trout shake heads and ask out why.
Right. That wasn't really reggae as such. Have we any other requests? Anyone? Any more requests? Brian would like one about guppies. What kind of guppies? Give me some more. Rachel would like boots and cats. Oh, this is just... Alright, okay, I'll see what we do.
I'm a guppy fish swimming in the groove, ripple in the rhythm, got nothing to prove. Bubble beats bouncing off my fins like that, making waves with my boots and my cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats, underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat, I'm the guppy king of boots and cats. Flow smooth like a baseline drop. Every gulp of water, it's my beatbox hop. Don't need gills for a mic or hats for the sash. Just my tiny fins grooving boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats, underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat, I'm the guppy king of boots and cats. Sways while I lay my track, rocking coral reefs, got the sharks stepping back. Even clams start to jam in the aqua combat. They can't resist my boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats, underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat, I'm the guppy king of boots and cats.
my boots and my cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat. I'm the guppy king of boots and cats. Current flows smooth like a bassline drop. Every gulp of water, it's my beatbox hop. Don't need gills for a mic or hats for the sass. Just my tiny fins grooving boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat. I'm the guppy king of boots and cats. Seaweed sways while I lay my track. Rockin' coral reefs, got the sharks stepping back. Even clams start to jam in the aqua combat. They can't resist my boots and cats. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Underwater rhythm where the fun's at. Flip my tail to the beat so fat. I'm the guppy king of boots and cats.
Well, this is another one, Trolley FM, coming in your ears.
When it all goes to hell, people running to the hills. The aquarists all feel smug, wondering what fish to eat first. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. When the zombies come around, I won't be worrying about brains. I'll have my fish tank goodies to fill up my booty. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Cut my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. That's they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse.
I can't do it in the style of individual artists. You have to do it in the style they sing in.
Cut my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. That's they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. what fish to eat first. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. When the zombies come around, I won't be worrying about brains. I'll have my fish tank goodies to fill up my booty. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last brown trout. As they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse.
Some metal ballad for you.
When it all goes to hell, people running to the hills. The aquarists all feel smug, wondering what fish to eat first. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. When the zombies come around, I won't be worrying about brains. I'll have my fish tank goodies to fill up my booty. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Cut my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. That's they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Cut my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. That's they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. That's they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Whoa, whoa, an apocalypse. Cut my life into Pisces. This is my last brown trout. As they cry, we all shout. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Ooh, Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish in the event of an apocalypse. Ooh, ooh, an apocalypse. When it all goes to hell, people running to the hills. The aquarists all feel smug, wondering what fish to eat first. Papa Roach, my last resort. Guppies won't cut it. I need some meaty fish. Dio, he stole the show. Papa Loach, we love the most. Dragonfish took us through the fire and the flames. We're not here to play games. Through the flounders and the flames, the fish puns just equal gains. I ain't no crappy meatloaf. This is the answer you want the most. Boots and cats hearing all kinds of shiz. That just isn't the fishy business. Fish vet makes a welcome return. Brian just wants his turn. This is the dawning of the age of aquariums. Dio, he stole the show. Papa Loach, we love the most. Dragonfish took us through the fire and the flames. We're not here to play games. Through the flounders and the flames, the fish puns just equal gains. I ain't no crappy meatloaf. This is the answer you want the most. Boots and cats hearing all kinds of shiz. That just isn't the fishy business. Fish vet makes a welcome return. Brian just wants his turn. This is the dawning of the age of aquariums. Dio, he stole the show. Papa Loach, we loved the most. Dragonfish took us through the fire and the flames. We're not here to play games. Through the flounders and the flames, the fish puns just equal gains. I ain't no crappy meatloaf, this is the answer you want the most. Boots and cats hearing all kinds of shiz. That just isn't the fishy business. Fish vet makes a welcome return. Brian just wants his turn. This is the dawning of the age of aquarium. Songs by Fluval and the Machine.
Through the flounders and the flames, the fish puns just
It does have a bit of a spiffy
I
vibe.
ain't no crappy meatloaf. This is the answer you want the most.
I'm going to finish you off for the evening with one of my favourites.
Thank
you very much for joining me, everyone.
That just isn't the
See you next week.
business.
This is a story of love and hate. The comments my subscribers make, some made with love, some with spite, most just incomprehensible. You said a lot to say something you could have said in less time. All this gave me a headache. You could have a great looking fish room if you got rid of the mishmash tanks and had wall-to-wall propulsion. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Your plywood is trash. You should watch King of DIY. Liquid rubber is for roofs, not fish tanks. You talk too much. I wish you would explain more. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Actually, Father Fish says. Actually, King of DIY says. Actually, turns out I don't care. 95% prattle, 5% work. He looks like Shrek, that will never work, needs more rocks. Too many decorations, I don't like it. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Told you it would never work, you're so bald. I can't believe I wasted 12 minutes of my life watching this. Talks too fast, too Scottish. What the hell does it all mean? Am I doing a good job or bad? Do I really need this shit? But hey, it's good for the algorithm. Aquarium adventures. Whoa. Aquarium adventures. Oh, 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 oh.
I have some things to say to which I can attest about why it's fish that make the best pets. I don't mean to upset you, but I need you to know it's our aquatic friends that put on the best show. Some say dogs or cats or birds, but they all share a problem. You have to pick up the turds. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. Okay, I admit it, it's hard to snuggle up on the sofa. Just can't do that with the corridoras. But when was the last time your cat's house was so fine you lost track of all time just sitting in front of it, taking it in? Yes, it's fish for the win. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox.
fishy friends help calm our minds. An aquatic world so sublime. Dogs and cats are great, we can agree, but it's all about the ichthyology for me. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around for mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete. We've got discus and stingrays, puffer fish too. Rivers, lakes, oceans, blue, so much to choose from all over the earth. You don't need to look far to find their worth. You can love other pets as much as you wanna. Just don't treat fish like baby left out in the corner. Just change the water every once in a while. No need to walk around mile after mile. My fish tank has pride of place in my house, and has never once brought home a half-dead mouse. A slice of nature in a beautiful glass box. Not once has it run away chasing a fox. I guess dogs and cats are cool and neat, but it's within aquarium life is truly complete.
Soggy armpits and a lung full of tank water. 3 tanks or 30, you always need one more. Guppies or goldfish, everyone has a favorite. Always a reasons and freeze at the local fish store. I don't need no Rolex on my wrist when I've got an LO46. I have a fish I only see twice a year. It's my flex. I'm an aquarist. Checking filters, fins, and feeding fish. It's my life. I'm an aquarist. Testing waters like a mad scientist. I'm speaking Latin, sounds like I'm casting spells. New corridors, they're all on my list. Where's my ramshorn snail? Wait, what's that smell? I don't need no Rolex on my wrist when I've got an LO46. I have a fish I only see twice a year. It's my flex. I'm an aquarist. Checking filters, fins, and feeding fish. It's my life. I'm an aquarist. Aquarist. Don't tap on the glass, don't ask what it cost. It's my slice of nature in a glass box. I don't need no